Hi there, this is day 3 of the Pythagorean Theorem. You need a piece of graph paper for your notes. There was a link posted on the Google Classroom where you could print some if you don't have it. If you don't have access to a printer, you can probably make do on notebook paper. Just be very careful. Let's get started. Do you remember what the Pythagorean Theorem was? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Make sure you've committed that to memory. Let's see, we can title these Pythagorean Theorem Distance Notes. As the title implies, we're going to be finding the distance. It's actually going to be the distance between 2 points. I'm going to start off with a fairly small graph here. Oh, not very neat. Hopefully you're doing better. If you'll put a point on 2, 2, and a point on 2, negative 3, finding the distance between these 2 points is very easy. You can just count it on the graph paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has a distance of 5. Let's call that example 1. If there was a vertical line, the distance would be equally as easy to find. Again, you would just simply count the little grids. All right, but what do you do if they're not horizontal and vertical? Let's do one that's like that. Okay, let's start off with a point on 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put a point right there. And then how about let's put a point on negative 3, positive 1. And we want to find this distance. Well, it's not just a matter of counting them, because they're diagonals. They're a little bit different lengths. What you would do in this case is you would make a right triangle by extending sideways and down. Notice this is a right triangle, which now means the Pythagorean theorem is true. So let's count the distance for the legs, or how long the legs are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm missing the hypotenuse. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Go ahead and enter that into your calculator. Remember, you can use the square button, or you can go ahead and know that 7 squared is 49 and 4 squared is 16, and you get 65 for c squared. Now, do you remember how to find c? You need to take the square root of 65. And hopefully you remember on your calculator that the square root is right here. It's above the x squared, so you must hit second to activate it. And I get, let's round it to, let's do 2 decimals. So the 2 says, hey, leave that 6 alone. So 8.06. Remember, a good rule of thumb is to always check your answer. Make sure it's logical. The hypotenuse should always be the longest side. Okay, let's try another one. All right, this point, let's put a point on 3, 2. And a point on negative 2, 4. Again, that was 3, 2, and negative 2, 4. And we want to find this distance. Now, to draw a right triangle, I can draw it like this or like this. And it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same either way. I like to go down and over. This leg is 2 blocks. This leg is 5 blocks. Pythagorean theorem says 2 squared plus 5 squared equals the missing hypotenuse squared. That's 4 plus 25, 29 for c squared, taking the square root of 29, rounding it 2 places. Remember, this number here, this 5, is going to make the 8 go up, 5.39. Let's do one more just to make sure you have it before you move on to your assignment. For example 4, let's graph the point -2, 0, and 3, -4. I think that'll be a good one. Pause the video and go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, hopefully you drew your triangle and measured the legs. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That is 41. And then the square root of 41. .40. It's 403, but the 3 indicates leaving the 0 alone. All right, that's all there is to it. We're going to spend the rest of the week reviewing. What you want to do now is go ahead and either look on your screen at your distance worksheet or print it out. It looks like this. They've already got them graphed and drawn for you. Notice number 2 and number 4, all you have to do is count them. So this answer is going to be 3. You can just write D equals 3. All the others you need to do Pythagorean Theorem drawing in your triangles. When you finish, you can play the video to check your answers.